In this video, I'm going to share 3 simple steps to rebuild sexual intimacy in your marriage, even if it feels hopeless right now. I have worked with thousands of couples who fall into a very common pattern. In the beginning, sex feels easy, and then kids come along, life gets busy, and things start to go downhill. It can feel stressful and harder to connect into the bedroom. It can feel like you're getting into a tit for tat, and maybe even having circular arguments that go nowhere every 3 months or so. This makes a lot of sense. We don't live in a culture that helps couples connect with each other. People are very, very busy, and we don't get any sex education whatsoever. I specialize helping couples in which the wife has a lower desire for sex, but this video could work in the opposite dynamic as well. First off, it is not unusual for couples to go months, if not years, not having sex. You may think that everyone else is doing it all the time, but believe me, I hear from hundreds, if not thousands of people all the time who say things have really slowed down. The truth is people just don't talk about sex. So you can make assumptions about your friends and family and neighbors, but you really don't know the truth. And believe me, things are not what they seem. So if you feel bad, if you feel shameful, if you feel like you're somehow weird or abnormal, you are absolutely not. And whether you talk about sex, even if you're not having it, or you just never do, no matter what, it's going to be an awkward conversation. Again, there is a lot of shame in our culture around sex, and nobody taught us how to talk about it or to process feelings about it. And to make matters worse, typically one partner feels like they are the problem, that they are the one that is broken, that they are the one to blame, that they are the one that there is something wrong with them. In the couples I work with, as I mentioned, it's the wife who feels that way, but whoever is kind of the problem is going to feel like they don't want to talk about it. So instead of the common advice for this scenario, which is to talk about sex more, I'm going to go a layer deeper and share 3 other things that you may not be considering that can help you move towards an intimate life that you both want. These 3 simple steps are simple, but not easy. And they get to really the heart of why sex has started to stall in the first place and how to move forward so that nobody feels pressured, because that's not very fun. And they also require that both partners get involved, because even if you think it's one individual's fault, maybe someone has wacky hormones or was raised in a purity culture, it's much more complex than blaming one person. Rebuilding an intimate life takes 2 people. The first step is to prioritize mutual vulnerability. Have you ever heard that intimacy can be described as into you, I see? This is because intimacy is about emotional connection and vulnerability. And the quickest way to get there is to share what is deeply inside of us, even if it feels risky and scary. The problem is that we were taught to be surface level in our relationships. How was your day? It was fine. But was it really? Did you have moments of fear or rage or disappointment? Did you also have moments of joy and delight? One thing my husband and I do to get around this and to really dig into mutual vulnerability is to share a high and a low of our day. It gives us permission to have those happy moments, but also have those really human, hard moments that we all have. This becomes a magnet that draws us closer to each other and creates a lot of emotional safety between us. We have permission to be human. My husband and I actually recorded a podcast episode with a lot of examples about mutual vulnerability called Mutual Vulnerability for a Better Sex Life, and I'll put the link in the description below. The second step is to prioritize consent. There is nothing that decreases a sex life faster than worrying about being touched when you don't want to be. I find that married couples forget that they are individuals with individual rights to bodily autonomy. And if you are stressed about your butt being slapped or your boobs being grabbed when you don't want to be, or even your body being oogled at when you don't want to be, it is really hard to move forward into a more intimate connection. Period. A basic explanation of consent is that everybody has the right to share what they like and what they don't like and have those respected without repercussions. No pouting, no being told that you are a bad partner, no having emotional connection being withheld. Unless everyone is feeling 100% comfortable in each other's presence, there is no chance of exploring sexually together. Create a safe container for everyone. And lastly, the third step is to prioritize creating an opportunity for exploring sexually together. Life is ridiculously busy, and our world is not designed for relationships to be healthy. So unless you put it in the calendar and prioritize a time where you can come together without distractions in a private place, it probably just isn't going to happen. And here's the most important part. Sexual does not mean intercourse and orgasms or even genital involvement. Sexual means exploring together with no goals. And that's why it felt easier in the beginning of your relationship, because there wasn't that heaviness and pressure on the sexual experience to prove anything or to achieve anything or to be productive in any way at all. It was just playful and curious and fun and free. Pressure is another one of those things that is going to shut down any possibility of interest very, very quickly. I find that if couples prioritize this opportunity for exploration at least once a week, it gives you that intimacy heartbeat in your marriage. I want to mention one thing here. Cultural conditioning, the messages you receive as a man or a woman, can be very tricky and can become barriers in achieving these steps. If you'd like to learn more about that and what to do about it, I recommend that you watch my free videos for both men and women. For men, your video is called How to Rebuild an Intimate Life That You Both Want. And for women, your video is called How to Want Sex Again Without Pressure or Obligation. Find those links in the description, and I'll see you over there.